So, welcome back to Jack on Tracks. I hope everyone had a good 4th of July, and hope everyone has all their digits still attached. So, I did a little brush work on here, and a little sad attempt at dry brushing, a little bit of extra color on here. I used this Tamiya red brownish. It didn't come out looking red brownish. It came out looking dark brownish. So I don't know what that's about, but I gave it a little shot of that on there, that lower section, and then I went and pulled out some of the old poly scale. I missed this company. This stuff was good. Dirt. I just gave it a quick little dry brush of dirt. Next, I'm going to take an airbrush. I'm going to put a little bit of chipping medium. I'm just going to try to hit these corners, light dusting down here. I'm going to tape off this bottom because I don't want any chipping coming down here. I'm going to later on. I'm going to paint this concrete, age concrete. That's basically what it's supposed to look like. Yeah, so I'm going to give that a shot. And the fun part is I went on Amazon, and a few months ago I picked up the cheapest airbrushes I could find. That's it. It's a little stubby thing. I actually had another one that I bought, and like an idiot, while I was cleaning it, somehow I lost a part. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. I lost a part to it, and it's obviously you're not getting a replacement part for it. This is a single stage, which I kind of was interested in getting, because I'm not really that comfortable with the 2-stage ones. I just want something simple that I could drop a little paint in, just give it a little shot of whatever I'm doing. Plus, I watched a few videos and read a couple articles, and we're doing some weathering. They said the single stages work pretty good. So we give it a shot. It's got a pretty decent sized hopper on top, which is much bigger than anything. I'm never gonna fill it up when I paint a small Ferrari. It's crazy. Look at the size of that thing. It's like a shot glass. Well, working at N scale, I probably could start drinking. But yeah, so I'm gonna give that a shot. But in all honesty, I think that is all I'm gonna need to do this chipping. That's probably literally. I don't think I'm gonna need more than that. But yeah, we're gonna figure this out. And that's what we're gonna do today. Took a little vacation with the fam. Went down to Myrtle Beach. A lot of fun. We all had a good time. I'll leave if you're interested in this airbrush, I'll leave a link to it, probably in the descriptions at the bottom, at the end. I really have no idea how to adjust this thing, so I'm assuming something to do with this thing back here. Let's just pull this off for a second. I think what I saw was what do with this thing. I don't know. Oh, you know something? I might actually break the man code here, and I might actually go in there and pull out the instructions. Don't tell anybody I'm doing that. I pull the instructions out and actually read the instructions. I know, right? Happened. So really can't do anything yet. That humming sound you probably hear in the back is my big compressor upstairs warming up. I got a leak in one of my airlines, so if I leave it on too long, it just runs all day because it just keeps leaking out air. So we'll see what goes on. That's the instructions. Really not much to this thing, but we'll see. All right, give me a couple minutes to read through this thing, and I'll get back to you. All right. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna put a couple of drops of this into the air gun, and just give this a little bit of a light dusting. Something. Let me want to mask this off. So I'll get right back to you. Give me a second here. All right, so we gave that a little spritz. I'll give this one a little more. And I'm going to give this a little shot down here. Come on. I don't know. Maybe you can see it. It's getting little speckles and spots on it. I believe that's the way you're supposed to do it. The video they looked at, it kind of looks like what they're doing. Not really giving it a heavy coating. So we'll give that a little more. Oops, let me see what I can do here. I got a little on there. Just like spitting in a little bit. I can see like a little bit of shiny specks on there. Take this out. Give me 1 second. Let me see. All right. I don't know if this is going to make it better or worse, but all right. Then just make it a little better. Give it a little more. All right. Yeah, it's coming out a little better. Stuff is a little thick, so. All right. Yeah. That's it. All right. So what I'm hoping for is that when I shoot the color on this, get a little chipping going through. I don't care if a little gray comes in because wood's a little gray when it ages, so I think I have good representation. That's about it, All right, we're just gonna let this stuff dry. I'm gonna figure out how to clean this gun out now that I just crapped it all up. We don't have anything else to put this on to try it. But hey, we'll see what happens. Let me put this lid on so I don't spill any around here. But one cool thing is now I'm turned into a giant Tichy fanboy. So I saw online. I can't say the name of this guy's railroad, but what I'll do is I'll probably post a link. And it's a great railroad. This guy's got a huge space. I wish I had as much space as this guy does to do it. But I believe these are the ore cars he's using, and he's got a really nice train, like 25 or 30 of these ore cars together, and they look really nice. So yeah, I gone down the Tichy rabbit hole, and I purchased these off of eBay. You can still get these new online. So don't let anyone tell you that these are like some sort of vintage whatever. You can still get these online. Matter of fact, they sell a 6-pack, which I'm probably going to buy. I'm probably going to buy 2 of them because it's 12 cars. It's 6 of these boxes. So it's 12 cars. So 2 boxes, I mean, it's $160 worth of kits. And but all the time in the world. And they look pretty nice. I mean, again, it's Tichy. They make some nice product. And I didn't even open these up yet. I just got these in the mail today. I came back. These metal wheels? Oh, brace yourself. I don't hold on. I'll get right back to you. All right. So the color I picked is Polyscale Lehigh Valley Cardinal Red. I have no idea if this is prototypical for anything. Probably not. But it's the color I got on hand, and it's the color I'm going to use. So I mixed it up. Picked up one of these little bad boys, like $7 on Amazon. This thing's great. Makes good chocolate milk too. But yeah, I'm gonna give that a shot. If I remember correctly, I did not have to. I think I had to reduce this at all, but I don't know. It's water based, so we'll figure it out. All I need in, and I was surprised. I was out of the hobby for about 20 years, and I went downstairs and I decided to get back into the hobby, and had a big selection of paint. And these are some of the paints. They've been sitting there for about 20 years, and to my surprise, they're still good. Some of them are bad, but a lot of them are still good. And I really took the time. I bought that mixer, so I could, oh yeah, look at that. Let's try without this top on. All right, so maybe we do have to dilute it a little bit. So, listen, if you're looking for someone that knows what the hell he's doing, you've come to the wrong channel. I'm just getting back into this, and I'm taking this journey of rediscovery with you guys. No, it's not Coca-Cola. It's just water. I didn't have a water bottle. And it's not distilled water. It's tap water. That probably just made it too thin. Let's give it a shot. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah. I know you airbrushes are like losing your mind right now. Like, you savage. Yep, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Good. It's a $9 airbrush. I think we're going to crank this airbrush up a little bit. Oh, there we go. You got a little bit of a look. Spit out a little plug there. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe we're going old school on this. And hitting this with the old paintbrush. Feeling very paintbrushy here, people. Let's check this out. Maybe just a stupid cap. All right. Yeah. I mean, that's the first go. We're gonna let this one dry because it's a little heavy on here. Let me see if I got too much in here. There's way too much there. I'm actually gonna mask this off and spray it with spray that. I shouldn't have put them on there. That was stupid of me. Bonehead move. Making sure I don't have any puddles. I want this to dry relatively flat. Right there, I have way too much. All right, so we're just gonna let this dry up a little bit and just out of the way. Yeah, it's starting to look all right. Looking good. Looking all right. Looking okay. Is the chipping gonna work? I have no idea, my friends, because this is the first time I've ever used that stuff. Follow the directions to the best of my ability. Hopefully it does. Take this airbrush apart and give it a cleaning. Really? Okay, nothing's gonna fall out of there. All right, nothing. It's not really that crazy. Take that tip off. I really doesn't do it. That's like I don't know what the hell they call it. Take this tip off. This tip is the problem. It's the tip that gets clogged. It's a tiny ass tip. Now that paint's just really too thick. Some guys say you got to put it through a strainer. I guess I don't have a strainer, so I kind of have to forego that. Ooh, oh, you can feel it in there. Yep, yep. You can see it squeezing out. Yeah. That's yeah. And have to make the spray gun. She don't like that. Spray good like that. This is just water. That's just water. I got this pretty quick, so it's not really dry. Be careful with this. I think the stupid needle's more expensive than the whole airbrush. Take this here brush and jam it in there. See what we can do. All right, that's jammed in there. That's all done there. That's it. Actually feels pretty good. There's still stuff coming out of it. I can't believe. Something. I have a feeling that this thing may have been a little dirty. There's some sort of gray material in here. Oh, I don't want to say this was paint. I was thinking it's more of a sealer that they used in there, but this thing is supposed to be a brand new unit. Well, I'm looking at it. I'm starting to wonder. I don't know. It works. What I paid for this thing on Amazon, I think I paid like $15 for this stupid thing. So, it is what it is. I have a little tiny bottle brush that I can't find. That I was gonna delegate to airbrush cleaning duty. So, all right. So here's what we're gonna do. Put this here nozzle back in here. You know something? Let me hold off on that. Get that nozzle there. I'm gonna take this trigger. Have this trigger down the hole. Line up the hole. Drop this needle in. Okay, now the needle's in there. Don't take it out. We're gonna hook up the air pressure here. I gotta buy stupid little quick connect things. Yeah, you don't want to take the needle out when you have air pressure in there because you will. This will no longer be in this general area. You pull that pin out when there's air pressure. I think you're going somewhere. Don't ask me how I know, but this isn't the first airbrush I bought. Oh, okay. I'm going to turn up the air pressure right back. All right. I got the pressure cranked all the way up, 80 pounds. I blow out any schmutz that's there. That we're going to give that a little loving in a second. All right. Let's see what else is going on here. Yep. It's, a lot of challenges in YouTube, like people don't understand that you're recording. They just, even though you told them 3 times, they just have to tell you something. Doesn't matter what it is. They gotta tell you. All right. That's together. Let's get in here, get just a quick little wipe out. It's pretty clean-ish. Top on. I dump a little water in here. It's really good stuff. Right at the tap. Suffolk County water. Oh, finer in the nation. So, what I did discover was that without these on here, nothing comes out the end. See that? It looks pretty clean inside there for me. Yeah, we'll screw that back in. Oh, look at that. Little cootie came out of there. Ew. Still coming out. Oh. Little dingleberries keep coming out. I'll figure it out. But it's clean right now. Ish. And I think we'll go from there. Put this little thing on here. That protects it. So, all right, let's go back and take a look at this stuff. How dry this get? All right, flattened out pretty good, most of it. Let that dry a little longer. I kind of gave these a second coat. They're both looking, they're looking pretty good. Shine a little light on it. Yeah, I don't know. It looks pretty good. Yeah, well, let this dry a little more. I don't think I got to put another coat on these. I think those look pretty good. And but this definitely needs more. Definitely, yeah, you can see it. You can tell where the paint went on, where I did the undercoating, where the primer is. So he's going to get a second coat. We're going to let this dry thoroughly, and we'll go from there. All right. I'll catch you guys a little later. Ciao. Okay, well, guys, here's a little bit of a follow-up here. A little bit of bad news. The chipping experiment was an absolute failure. I reviewed a few more of the online videos that guys had on how to do chipping and applying the medium, and I thought I put enough on, but I didn't even come close. So the chipping didn't happen. So we're going to have to go back to the drawing board, and we're going to do some, I guess, dry brushing and some other techniques to weather this up and make it look like a semi-dilapidated structure. I masked off the doors. I gave him a little spritz of the paint, the spray paint, because I wasn't able to get it in there wasn't able to get the paint done as well as I would like it. So I'm just going to give him another quick spritz, because there's some spots that really didn't get covered well. And then we'll let that dry, and then we'll peel the paint off, and you can see. But yeah, listen, I didn't tell you guys I knew what I was doing. I told you guys I was going to try it. So I failed this time. So for all you new modelers out there that are just getting into this thing, listen, it happens. I mean, I'm not, an expert. This is the first time I ever did it, and it didn't work. So move on. We'll try something a little different. We'll go a different route with it. So I'm just gonna really quick off camera give this a little shot of the green to make these doors a little better looking, and then we'll go from there. I assembled this top piece right here, and I thought I recorded it, but I guess it stopped recording like right after I started it. So we don't have any video of putting this together, but you guys saw me put this together. It is the same exact thing. We're gonna put the windows in. I'm still waiting for my parts from Shipway. I got to get down to one of the hobby shops that are local here and see if I can find the lights I want on here. Since the bottom's open on this thing, I'm not really too concerned about getting this thing pretty much together, and then putting the lights in. But it's it's something. This top one, I mean, I was a little iffy about the color, but I don't know. I kind of like it. I like the gray interior. I think with the light on inside, the gray interior is gonna stand out a little bit better. The interior stuff's gonna be in there. Like I said, I'm really just putting a desk and some switch levers in there. I don't know if I'm gonna put it on that layout. I get that little end track module I got upstairs. I don't know if I'm gonna put it on there. I'm kidding myself. I'm putting it on there. I'm just stop lying to myself. I'm gonna do it. If I don't like it, I can take it off. It's not a big deal. So let me just give this a little spritz off camera, and that should be that. All right, so we gave that a little schratza there, get a little more color on there. It's actually, just even though it looks like it's a little heavy, I'm very happy with it. It's drying up pretty good. The big thing that we're going to do here is I got to figure out, it's going to go pretty much like right there, right in front of that window. So, just got to see where it's going to sit here. I want to make sure I get good adhesion, because, I mean, there's really not much holding this thing together. I kind of really want it to get on there good. So, looks like if I go from here down, get a little over here. I'm a big proponent of the Tamiya stuff. I like how fast it sets up. Oh, that was still wet. I thought that was dry. It's just water, not a big deal. Give that a second. I'll dry up. I do my rag. All right, so we got that. That's all drying up. Let's get this piece over here. Get these surfaces cleaned up. Get the paint off of there. Really, some people don't like using it. They go with the old-fashioned glue. They want a thicker bond. I don't know. I get a pretty good bond with the Tamiya stuff. But I'll put it together. I'll get it to stay together. Some stuff that I know they're gonna get used and abused a little bit, bumped around. I'll use this, the thick, and it's just like, this is the thick stuff. This stuff is like, it's like goop compared to this is the extra thin quick. If the quick is nice, it sets up quick. But like little stuff like this, that quick you gotta have it. For bigger stuff, the regular extra thin works well. It just takes a little longer to set up. But this stuff, let's see, I got everything. Big fat sausage fingers. All right. I mean, that's how easy it is right there. Like, touch, done. Doesn't really affect the paint either. What I've been finding. Once it dries, it dries. Oh, come on. So, dry up a little bit. Stop moving. Stop moving. This is all me. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do too much at once. All right. Starting to set up. It sets up pretty quick. Once you get it to set up, it's set pretty good. Once it's set up and it's on there, that's it. So we're just gonna hold this. It takes like 30, 40 seconds really. It's not really that long. It sets up pretty quick. I mean, you got these sausage fingers and you stick to it. So I'm just gonna hold this down a little bit longer. I mean, stuff is pretty quick. It is quick set. If you're doing styrene to styrene without having paint or any type of interference with it, it pretty sets up like really quick. All right, there it is. Still a little, it is set up pretty much, but it's still movable, which is nice. A little bit out of whack right there. That's good. Gonna let that sit. Even. Pretty good. But yeah, it's gonna dry out pretty good. And then any gray that you see in here is shining through. That's all gonna cover. I'm gonna hit this with some paddle line and a wash in there. That's gonna cover any of that stuff up. Ugh. That's how solid that is. I just dropped it and it didn't do anything to it. Nice, that's good. Makes me happy. All right, that's pretty set up. So we come over here on this side over here. I'm just gonna take it. You want like a little bead on here. Put it right there in that corner. It's gonna drop in. It wicks right into any gap that's in there. Right into that gap. It kind of like it pulls everything together. If there is any space in there, this stuff gets in there. There we go. Sometimes when you push it together, makes contact and you let go and it comes off again. You actually see it like melt, like where it started to melt together. All right, that looks pretty damn good, my son. Top on there. I'm not gonna fix the top just yet, but looking pretty good. I was gonna put a light inside here and I was gonna glue it to the top of this, but I'm thinking I'm going to wire it in there and maybe put a piece of styrene off this corner coming up, that elevated up in there. You're not going to be looking in there to see the light hanging, so there's no point in me putting a hanging light in there. You're not going to see it, and I'm not going to, cause myself some more mental anguish. I'm trying to figure that out. It's looking pretty dry. Dry as I'm going to wait. So, peel this off. Still got a hand painted concrete. Yeah, like I said, I didn't put nearly enough of chip and medium on this, and kind of once I was done hand painting everything, and it wasn't chipping off. I tried to do it. I want to try it a little bit off camera to see how it works. So I can look like I semi knew what the hell I was doing. And yeah, nope. I mean, it didn't work. So we'll wait. I got boxes of ready to build kits. I'm not a big fan of the ready to run stuff. I personally would rather put it together myself and not pay $22. But I will say that when you actually look at the kits for $22 and in the 20s and 30 range, they're very nice kits. They're very nice ready to run models. And when you do the math, it really the price wise, if you were to buy a set of Katie couples to put on there, my mouth's not working today, even though it's flapping. If you would buy a set of those, and then 4 wheels, metal wheels to put on there, you're relatively in line with what it costs to buy it done. So yeah, this is what I was thinking about. I don't know if I want to do the doors that way or I turn it 45. I don't know. I gotta see. Or I do just that. That door with no step right there kind of goes towards the tracks. I don't know. I don't know yet. We don't have to figure it out today. Well, we kind of, but not really. Um, yeah. So, like I said, these windows. Gotta find in here. Yeah, and here's the glazing to go in there. So, figure that out. Really not sure how to attach those. I mean, it's fine stuff. I gotta try cleaning it. There's still like kind of, I don't know if you can see it. There's still kind of like a little haze on there, which I don't think it's supposed to still be on there. But we'll figure that out. That's next. What else I got in here? Oh, I got the telegraph or the signal pole to put up. Oh, I'll get to that. And I actually got a little American flag to go on that flagpole right there. So we'll figure all that out. We'll get all that going, and we'll continue it. I think that's going to be it for me for tonight. And like I said, I ordered the stuff from Shapeway, and it said 2 weeks. That's over 2 weeks ago. Still hasn't shipped yet. Still hasn't been produced, it looks like. So who knows? I'm probably going to finish out this series with this video of it just getting painted, put together, and ready to go. And then when those parts come in, I'll something I kind of like that. It looks better. But kind of looking at them all different ways. So I'm gonna do a little concrete. We'll do that today because I get that stuff, get this drying up. This thing is awesome. A lot of airbrush guys use these things to mix their paint. And this paint, I'm telling you, this paint is not anywhere. It is not new at all. Makes a liar out of me. There we go. But yeah, this thing works pretty good. And it came with a paddle. A little paddle thing that goes on there too. And I got some Vallejo concrete too. So I'm going to use this as a base coat on here, and then I'll weather it up with the other two. With the I have aged concrete. This is like new concrete, and the Vallejo stuff I believe is aged, but it's definitely a different shade than these two colors. So we'll go from there with that. So tonight, what I'm going to do is, I think the last thing we get done on this thing tonight is just going to paint that bottom, get that concrete painted on there, let that dry. Tomorrow, I guess we'll start to get the windows in. Probably just going to get the actual window panes in, not the plastic, not the glass, and we'll go from there. So probably speed this up a little bit. So best sometimes gets rid of gets those bubbles down sometimes. Let's see what we do. This brush is junk, so probably gonna throw it out after this. Yeah, the paint does seem a little thin, but the first time I think I stirred that one in 20 years, so that went on pretty good. Probably gonna need a second coat. I'm okay with that. I get this corner, these little edges, just in case nothing shows up. And then we can fix it. Fix anything. I was a TV repairman. Got a bitchin' set of tools. There we go. That's better. Not great, but better. Yeah, I give it to you, N-Scale guys, man. I don't know how you do this. I can barely see this stuff. I'm not even kidding. I'm using the force on this one. I can't see nothing. So, oh yeah, we're doing this. I mean, I think there's gonna be the last video on this. I mean, I got the foam board. I got the backdrop board for the module. So I think this is we're gonna go to next. We're gonna go back to that module. Next, yeah, definitely next video. We're going back to that module next video. We go back to that, and then we're going to do the foam board on top. I'm gonna pick up the rest of the stuff I need to make the legs permanent attached. Well, not permanent, but they'll be done. And you guys will have another chance, I guess, once those legs are on there. And I got the backdrop that will go on and come off. You guys are gonna, vote on what color I paint. Well, I dye the wood. It's gonna be the legs and the main body, and then there's gonna be a small section that's gonna hide the foam. That's gonna be painted probably black. I might put a contour on there too, a little dip, and a little excitement to it. But yeah, it's already starting to look like something. You're not gonna see inside this. Those windows are gonna get this once the windows go in there and the glaze goes on there. You're not gonna see nothing on there. I don't know if I should. I'm looking at the stringers on here. Trim and stuff is all not painted, but I'm like wondering if I should. Nah, we've done this long enough. It's time to move on. Time to get going. So, all right, I'll catch you guys in a little bit.